This is Manoj Guptani. I welcome you all on behalf of the ADpedia world. It's been a wonderful day outside, and I'm sure that you guys must be enjoying your life to the fullest. And I'm sure that you guys are watching this video in the best of your health and spirit. So keep yourself intact, keep yourself healthy, guys. This is going to be the third video presentation in which I'm going to discuss some of the more fascinating topics with you relating to the topic of foreign exchange. By now, we have already covered two of our presentations, and I'm sure that you guys must be honoring your word of regular and recurring revisions. Remember, guys, you need to revise your topics. That is something which is extremely important for you guys. So, are we guys all set for third video presentation? Fasten up your seatbelt. We are about to take off with the first topic of the day, and that will be relating to the one in which I ended my last presentation: appreciation and depreciation of a currency. So this concept is actually on the similar lines with relation to premium and discount. When is a currency at premium and when is a currency at discount? Let's understand that, guys. Let's take into consideration first premium. A currency is said to be at a premium against another currency if it is more expensive in the forward market than in the spot market. For example, let's suppose, guys, I am willing to purchase some dollars. Okay, dollar rate today which is available in the market is 64.8 bid and 65 ask. If in case I need to represent it in my Indian rupees, so I need to pay 65 rupees out of my pocket in order to purchase $1. Now take into consideration a forward rate of, let's say, 2 months. After 2 months, the rate which is available in the market is 66 bid and 66.20 ask. So after a period of 2 months, if I go to the banker and ask him, "Banker, I want $1, then he will ask me to pay 66.20 rupees. Today, I need to pay only 65. After 2 months, I will have to pay a forward rate of 66.20. What do you understand by this term? This is very, very simple to note, guys, that here Indian rupees is depreciating. So I can simply say that US dollar is at premium now. It is getting costlier day by day. It is getting costlier in comparison to the rate which is offered today and with the one which will be available after a period of 2 months. I can purchase a dollar today at 65 rupees. The same dollar can be purchased after a period of 2 months at 66.20. So simple, US dollar is at premium. A currency which is said to be at premium against another currency if it is more expensive in the forward market than in the spot market. Simple, guys, clear, cool. Now exactly opposite is the case with discount. A currency is said to be at a discount against another currency if it is less expensive in the forward market than in the spot market. Now take into the consideration same kind of example. Today if I go to the market and ask banker, I want $1, he'll say you need to pay 65 rupees. Okay. After a period of 2 months, the forward rate which is available is I need to pay only 63.20. So what do I conclude with this? I can simply say that now, since if in case I purchase the dollar today, I need to pay 65 rupees. But if I defer my payment for 2 months, I can pay it off only again 63.20 rupees. Then now in this particular case, US dollar is at discount. A currency is said to be at discount against another currency if it is less expensive in the forward market than in the spot market. So are we guys clear with both these examples? Confident? Perfect. Let's go ahead. Next comes in forward premium and discount. How to calculate the forward premium? Remember, guys, I concluded my last topic with appreciation and depreciation of that percentage currency. Similar concept has to be applied here as well. F minus S, that is the forward rate minus the spot rate, divided by spot rate, multiplied by 12, that is the maximum number of months, divided by the number of months which is applicable in your case. It may be 1 month forward, it may be 2 month forward, it may be 3 month forward. Whatever the scenario may be, multiply the same with 100. You'll get to know the forward premium and discount percentage. That's all, guys. It is all about premium, discount and forward premium and discount. This is a very basic kind of a concept which usually gets asked in CA final examinations while calculating the forward premium and forward discount. So this is something which will be relevant for you once we start solving the questions. All these topics, whatever I'm telling you up, these are not theoretical concepts, guys. This is merely practical knowledge, and the same will be applied once we start marking the beginning of questions which have already been asked in CA final examination. So just keep these topics in your mind, because the same will be like very, very, very useful once we'll start the questions. Cool. Let's go ahead with the next topic, and that will be swap points. What do I mean by swap points? Let's understand the same with an example. I made an example for you guys which says, example number 1, INR divided by dollar. $1 will be available in the spot market at 64.50 bid and 64.65 ask. So if you are a banker, definitely you'll purchase the dollar at 64.50 and you'll sell it at 64.65 if you are a banker. But if in case you are a customer, the bank is gonna sell you the dollar at 64.65. They'll have to make the money out of it. Simple, guys. Now, what's presently available in our question, in our example, is that the 3-month swap points is equal to 120 and 130. Always and always remember, guys, this 120 and 130, this is basically the swap points, and swap points are basically considered as 1 point decimal basis. So if in case I'll be adding 120 swap points to the spot of 64.50, what will be the 3-month forward rate bid? That will be 65.70. What I did was, basically I added 1.20. Swap points will be classified at 100 point basis. So 120 will be like 1.20. So I just added 1.20 to 64.50. That will be 65.70. Similar exercise needs to be done for ask rate as well. So I will add 130, that is 1.30 to 64.65. I'll get a figure of 65.95. That will be my ask rate for 3-month forward. So this is how I basically adjusted my swap points in that. So all you need to do is just remember one basic trick, one basic concept towards the swap points. Swap points basic trick and basic concept is, if in case the swap points which are available in example number A, that is 120 and 130, if the ask is more than the bid, just like in my present example, it is 120 in bid and 130 in ask, then you need to add the same to the spot rate, respective spot rates. You need to add if in case it is increasing, that is the ask is greater than the bid point. But if in case the ask points are less than the bid points, then you need to decrease the same from the spot rates. The same has been showed in example number 2, that is the B example. Here I have mentioned that the $1 spot rate is available bid 64.50 and ask 64.65. Now the 3-month swap points which are available to us in the example are 120 in bid and 110 in ask. So now since it's diminishing, I just need to decrease the same from the spot points. So what I'll do is I'll just subtract 1.20 from 64.50. I'll get the bid for 3-month forward rate as 63.30, and I'll subtract in the same manner 1.10 from 64.65 so that I can get the ask figure, which is 63.55. Clear, guys? Just remember one basic trick, one basic concept of this, which is if in case the swap point is higher, basically it's increasing in the ascending order, certainly like 120 to 130, then you need to add it back. But if in case it's diminishing, then you need to decrease the same from the spot rate. Clear? Sorted? Done. Now with this, swap point example is over. Remember the same, we'll have it in our schedule once we begin the questions. Next comes in as cross rate. What do I mean by cross rate? Guys, like in so many instances it occurs in the market that let's suppose you are going for some of the currency which is available in Africa, let's say Tanzania. Now it might be a possibility of a case wherein you cannot directly get a quote of Tanzanian currency with Indian currency. There could be a possibility that Indian currency will be like having, you can get a quote for Indian currency against dollars and Tanzanian currency against dollars. Now you'll be in a fix. How to go about and get the Tanzanian currency against your Indian currency? Why? Because you just don't have a direct quote in the market. So here comes the example of cross rate into the picture. What if I wish to go for obtaining the Tanzanian currency? However, the same is not directly available under my quote. So what I'll do is I'll go for cross rate option. A cross rate is basically the exchange rate of two currencies expressed in a third different currency. Now, in my example, since I wanted to purchase the Tanzanian currency, I have got Indian rupees, but the same is not available directly. So what I'll do is I'll go towards dollar. I'll purchase dollar first, then I'll sell my dollars to obtain the Tanzanian currency. So this is what cross rate is basically all about. It's about the exchange rate between two currencies expressed in third different currency, such as the exchange rate between like euro and yuan, which is expressed in yen. Euro is for Europe, yuan is for China. Though they don't have both got the like direct quote, so what they'll do is they'll just refer to a currency which is based out in Japan. Euro can be transferred with Japanese currency. Japanese currency can be transferred with Chinese currency. So with this, the European person can obtain the currency which is based out in China. This is all about cross rate. Clear, guys? Now I'll make you understand it in a much more better way with the help of an example which I have made in this presentation. Number one thing is INR per dollar. $1 is equal to 45 bid and 46 ask rupees. Next it says that if in case I'll go for an option of Singapore dollar. Singapore dollar to $1 is available at 1.4 bid and 1.42. So I can simply say if you wish to purchase dollars, then you have to pay rupees 46. Now, if you wish to go for Singapore dollar, then you'll have to pay 1.42 Singapore dollars in order to obtain $1. Now we need to find out what is gonna be INR to Singapore dollar cross rate. It's as simple as, guys, simple. 45 divided by 1.42 whole divided by 46 divided by 1.40. So what I'll do is, since I need to have Singapore dollar, I need to obtain Singapore dollars, I have got INR in my pocket. I'll go to the bank first of all. I'll ask him to provide me the dollars. He'll say, I'll provide you the dollar, but the same will be available only on 46 rupees. I need to purchase it out. I'll have to do it. Cool. 46 rupees has to be shed out of my pocket. The same, with the help of that 46 rupees, I'll purchase a dollar now. Now, since I've got a dollar now, I'll go to the bank and I'll say, bank, I've got a dollar and I need to purchase the Singapore dollars. Bank will say, sorry dude, you're not here to buy that Singapore dollar. You need to sell. Why? Because my base currency is dollar in the second exchange, since it's available in LHS. So I need to sell my dollar, and I won't say it that I need to buy my Singapore dollar. And since I'm gonna sell my dollar, the bank is gonna purchase the same at 1.40. Obviously, bank is gonna purchase the same at a lower price. It's gonna purchase it at a cheaper rate. So the same will be divided with the help of 46. 46 divided by 1.40, you will get the figure of ask. Now coming back to the bid point. If in case, let's suppose I need to take out the bid part. What if bank in the first scenario gets the thing which is I need to sell my Indian currency? The bank will say, okay, I can purchase your Indian currency, but provided I'll pay you only 45 rupees, which is my bid. You will get the same as 45 and you will divide the same with Singapore dollar of it, which is 1.42. Now, since you have got the dollar, you need to purchase now the Singapore dollar. Bank will say, I can only and only offer you the dollar at 1.42 of Singapore dollars. So the same will be classified under your bid. Remember, bid will always and always remain cheaper as compared to the ask. So since you have got the ask point clear, which is you need to shed out 46 rupees out of your pocket in order to obtain a dollar, and since you need to sell now the dollar, which the bank will only and only procure at 1.40, you get the ask figure of as 32.8571. Now, since we all know that the bid will always and always remain cheaper than the ask, the same will be 45 divided by 1.42, which comes out to be 31.6909. And that's how we can convert our Indian rupees into directly Singapore dollars without having the direct quote of them. This is what cross rate is all about. Just 2 points for you to understand. Keep that in mind in a nutshell. Number one, ask will always and always remain higher than the bid. And secondly, the bank will take into the consideration only that currency which is base currency. So if you are going to the bank and asking them that bank, I need to sell you this particular currency, the bank will say, don't tell me in this quote. I have got a quote which says you need to buy this currency, another currency. So it will take accordingly in consideration of the base currency. Base currency is always the one which is provided in LHS. That is the one that has been provided in the left hand side of the quote. So always take into consideration both these things and you will never get disappointed or never get confused with any of the things. Cool guys, let's move towards the next topic, which is the last topic of this presentation, and it will be relating to arbitrage. What do I mean by arbitrage? Arbitrage, guys, is basically something for speculators wherein they tend to make profit out of the inefficiencies of the market. It's as simple as that. I have got some of the product available in India. The same product is available in another country at a cheaper price. What I'll do? I'll simply go ahead while purchasing the same product from that currency which is providing me that cheaper product, and I'll sell it across in India, which is going to provide me the higher margin. This is all about arbitrage. I am basically taking into consideration and playing around with the inefficiencies which are available in the global markets. Arbitrage is simple. Cool guys. Now what about the triangular arbitrage? Triangular arbitrage is basically the kind of arbitrage wherein more than two parties are involved. That is, more than two countries are now involved. Let's suppose I have got some of the amount which is available in dollar in my hands. I've got a quote in dollar against my rupees. The same dollars can be now converted into euros, and then euros can be converted back into rupees. Now since I have introduced three different currencies in one single question, this will help me to get to a point wherein I can encash the best of the possibilities relating to triangular arbitrage. So now not just two countries are available over here. Once the third country is introduced in the same arbitrage, the same will be like categorized under triangular arbitrage now, because I'm taking the benefit of three currencies all together. This is all about arbitrage and triangular arbitrage. Now coming back to the example which I have actually made in this presentation in order to make you understand this concept a bit more clearly. So let's suppose we have got $1 million, okay, and the rates which are available to us in three different centers are dollar to INR is 0.0225. Remember guys, now you can see now this quote is being expressed in indirect quote. Why? It's dollar per INR. I am living in a country which is India. So for me, the domestic currency is rupees. Now since I am classifying the number of dollars per 1 INR, this will be an indirect quote for me in India. So it is 0.0225 in US. Next is dollar per pound. Now what amount of dollars do I need to give or take if in case the same is being classified in comparison with 1 pound? Then it has to be 1.75. $1.75 per pound. That is available in UK. The last one which is available in India is pound per INR. What amount of pounds will I get if in case I need to take into consideration the INR? 0.01177 in New Delhi. Now assume guys, in beginning of the question it has been told to us that we have got $1 million. $1 million. Now the quote which is directly available for $1 million is basically dollar to INR and dollar to pound. So what I'll do is I'll first of all convert the same into pounds. Dollars will be sold in UK to get pounds. So $1 million divided by 1.75, which is dollar to pound quote, which is available to me in the example. So I'll get a figure of 5,71,428 pounds. Now the same figure of this 5,71,428 pounds will now be sold in New Delhi. Okay, and then I'll get a figure which is INR 4 crore 85 lakh 49,581 rupees. This will be when I'll be converting the pounds in consideration of taking up the INRs. Now this 4 crore 85,000 49,000 4 crore 85 lakh 49,581 rupees will now be converted into New York. Okay, and the same will fetch me dollars 1 lakh 1,092,366. Now remember guys, when I started this arbitrage process, I actually had in my pocket $1 million. Now, since I came with a reverse kind of arbitrage, I got a figure of 1,092,000. So what's my benefit of it? I was actually able to go with an arbitrage of making the profit of 92,366 rupees, which is more than what we had in the beginning. This is all about arbitrage and triangular arbitrage. This is something which is very common, but I won't say that it usually exists for a longer period of time. Why? Because the markets are very dynamic these days, and certainly all these inefficiencies get usually curbed down very instantly once the same is being available in the market. So you need to tap into the market for even a fluctuation of the seconds, and once the same inefficiency gets disappeared, everything comes back to the regular and the simple processes. So arbitrage is something which is difficult to be done, but if in case you get a chance, definitely it helps you in earning like a lot amount of money with respect to the earning potential. So arbitrage and triangular arbitrage, this were all about these two topics. I hope I was able to make you understand both of them with this perfect example as well. So keep this thing in mind. The same will be like very helpful once we'll start doing the questions which have already been asked in CA final examinations. I hope you guys are pretty much clear with each and every kind of topic that I made you understand in this particular video. If in case you have liked our video, do give us thumbs up, do give us the positive response, like, share and subscribe this video, and stay connected guys. That will help us in understanding your needs way better. I'll say thank you on behalf of the Edupedia. Well, keep interacting by your questions, queries. If in case you have got any of the doubts in your mind with respect to any of the topics, do let us know. I'll try my level best to resolve your queries on time and certainly help you up with your CA final examinations. Sharing is caring guys. Take care. Love you all. I'll see you in the next presentation with a lot more fascinating topics. Till then, sayonara, God bless you all. Take care. Bye.